Welcome to episode 6 of the Disney edition of the Castles, Capes, and Clones vlogcast. Today we'll be talking about Disneyland reopening, Pinocchio casting, Nimona, and more. We are Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co-pilot, Rich.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going okay. I've been up since 3 a.m, but hey.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's work related, so.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where, like, I knew I had to go to sleep early yesterday night, so of course I didn't. So,
right.
Because as soon as I hit my bed, I was, like, up thinking about everything in the world.
I do that a lot of times as well, especially if I have to I have to wake up early.
Yeah. So I'm trying to not like my first instinct right now is to take a nap because I'm super tired.
Yeah.
If I know I do that, then I'll be up late again, and then I have like really early morning training all week. Yeah. So I don't get up early every day. So it's be endless cycle. So I'm trying to. But I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so tired, and then right when I'm like, okay, now I can go to sleep. Awake.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't get these people who can take power naps, like those 15-minute, because if I try to fall asleep for 15 minutes, I am exhausted afterward. So it's very interesting.
Like you hear like on movie sets, people can just fall asleep wherever.
Yeah.
for little power naps, like sitting in a chair, in a tub, just to get some sleep.
I often fall asleep in this chair that I'm sitting in. I'll wake up, I'm like all on the ground. My arms are on the ground.
Nice.
It's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the news. We've got a lot of news today. Starting with today, there was an investors call. And I'm so sad because this is the first time I was invited to be on the shareholder call, and I missed it. I totally
forgot, or
I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but by the time I signed in, it was too late.
It was over.
Over, yeah.
Is it just you're not watching anything, right? Because it's just a call.
It's on the computer though.
All right. So is there like visuals, or is it just?
That's a thing I don't know because I listed. So I'm assuming there's visuals because it's on the computer. So I would imagine. Hopefully they'll invite me again. I would love to be invited. All right, so I am a shareholder, so that's why I by that.
Boom.
Right, okay. I should be able to be invited. So
I should buy a share for $8,000. I don't know how much it costs.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know how much it costs to buy a share.
I got it just for the certificate. I got my one.
Oh yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But
yeah. All right. Here's some of the things that came out of that call. Disneyland is going to be eyeing late April for reopening the park. And most theme parks can open after April 1st. But the thing is that it'll probably be late April because Disney has to recall its 100,000 furloughed workers and retrain them in this new operation, that's been going on with COVID. Right. So, yeah. So late April is when they're planning to open.
Which is, if you think about it, it's not a lot of time. It's before the end of April to train 10,000 people on how to operate everything in the parks and it's not like even like Florida has been open for a while, right? But this is California regulations for COVID. So I think they're a little bit more strict here from what I've seen from people. But it's cool. What's cool is really like, a lot of people I know are kind of probably think I'm crazy for going to the downtown Disney. And I said again, their safety precautions are way better than anywhere else I go to. But at the same time, it's like because of it, I trust them, and I do want to lend my hand to supporting the cast members. Right, they've been furloughed for so long, and make sure that one out of many, whatever. But it's a place that I went to a lot, and so I want to give whatever support I can. And like I said, they are super, as long as they maintain what they do at downtown Disney in the park, which I think they will.
They will.
Right.
That's why they're training them.
So I feel like as long as they maintain that level too, because like what you also hear from like Florida is like sometimes they get a little lax on their thing, but I don't know if that's just a Florida thing because it's Florida.
I think it's because it's Florida.
And their governor isn't as strict as ours is. So that's why part of it I'm like, I don't know if that's it or if it's going to be just California just needs to be more vigilant at all times.
I think it's also that they're letting many more people in the parks.
That too.
Like it's so crowded that the cast members probably can't keep up with that many people. They need more cast members.
And one thing about California, it's like, because like I think Disney World's like either are they still at 20 or did they raise it to 30%?
I think it's 30,000.
30%.
I mean 30%.
Like California's going to be 15%, so it's even less than what Disney World opened with because they started at 20%.
Right.
So and I don't even think. Well, I don't know how they measure downtown Disney, but like if it stays the same way that downtown Disney is, it should be way more manageable. So I mean that's what I was hoping with a touch of Disney is that by opening up all of California Adventure, having way more room to kind of space out everything would help that social distancing. So
right.
So, but if this is weird, like because Lauren and I are going to Touch of Disney late April. So I wonder if it's going to be like, and then the next day they open.
I know. That would be my luck.
We literally got the last day available for Touch of Disney.
I'd have to like
rethink your stay.
Yeah, like maybe if they say that it opens on the 20th, then I may have to like make it longer and stay.
Right. It's so weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we also don't know how they're going to open because we don't have our passes anymore.
Yeah, that's another
right. So there's another part of it is how much is it going to be?
Yeah.
And are they going to do the any of the updated membership thingies that they're saying that is going to go in effect?
Right.
At some point. So
it's such a bummer. Anyway. All right. Well, moving on. Disney Plus has now surpassed 100 million subscribers, which is amazing for a service only in 15 months. I find it hard to believe that it's only been going for 15 months. I can't. It feels like a long time because there have been 2 seasons of Mandalorian. There's been WandaVision. Clone Wars is in there, so that, it feels like there has been so much that's been
right
on Disney Plus. But I was thinking to myself how diverse the content is on that channel. There's almost something for everybody there, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the original content, the stuff they just made for Disney Plus, is really high quality. Also, it's not like, not to say Netflix has like cheap quality stuff, but Netflix is more. It's not a studio, so it's kind of varies by mileage varies
right
on a Netflix show, whereas Disney is pretty much control of everything. So they've got a pretty, I won't say high standard, but they're I don't know what the word is, but like they have a set standard that I don't think it's high, but it's like it's consistent.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Because the documentaries are great. And they're all well done, like really well done. Even if they're made by different people.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a great actual channel to subscribe to. If I had to get rid of all but one, that's one I'd keep.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah. It's not just because we have a podcast dedicated to Disney. Like,
no.
It's really got everything: documentaries, superhero stuff, Star Wars.
Yeah,
kids stuff, nostalgia.
It's all in one place. If one night I want to watch a couple of episodes of Muppet Show, there it is. Fantastic Four animated show, there it is. Ryan and the Last Dragon, there it is.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really good. All right, so Disney has set a goal of 100 new programs a year for its direct-to-consumer services. I'm assuming when they say direct-to-consumer that this is Disney Plus, because I don't know what other things they do that's direct-to-consumer.
I mean, I don't know what that all incorporates, because that does that include like home? Well, I mean, if it's home video, like what would they put on home video that they wouldn't necessarily? Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
probably is. Like, probably is Disney Plus, which
right.
in and of itself is a feat. That means every week of the year they'll have to have almost probably, I mean, around 2 new shows. Now this is not counting like series. So like WandaVision. WandaVision would be 8. The count is 8 of that 100.
No,
or is WandaVision 1?
I think WandaVision is 1.
Yeah, so then every week there has to be 1 or 2, basically 2 actual new series / programs. That's crazy for a studio.
I know. Right? It's pretty crazy.
But I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too.
More bang for my buck that I'm technically not paying for yet.
Right.
Because I have like 4 years free.
No, I know.
We paid for the 1 year at Disney downtown D23.
Right.
And then with Verizon, I think I got. What did I pay? 3 years, and then I have 1 year.
Yeah, you paid 3 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you got the same deal as I did. Yeah,
3 years at a discounted rate, and then the 1 year when I got an iPhone or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the 1 year was Verizon.
Right.
So our free Verizon year is up.
It's over. Yeah.
So yeah, now we're into our 3 year.
So we already paid for it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about this on the Marvel podcast, but the reason why I wanted to bring this up here is because I feel like it also has implications on Disney and other films from Disney. But anyway, Marvel Studios' Black Widow will be released in theaters on May 7th. And there is no changes to this plan. No, they're still planning to release it in theaters. Who knows if they're going to also do it, in conjunction with Disney Plus, because that wasn't said either. But yeah, it will be released in theaters on May 7th.
Probably hanging on to that whole. I mean, if California is like theme parks can open April 1st, they're probably hoping that maybe theaters will be a little more relaxed. But
that's what I was thinking.
In the long run, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to do Premiere Plus.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna go see it in theater. That early. Like,
although I do want to support a theater, like our local theater is going bankrupt because it's been closed so long, and the city's trying to.
My life is more important than a theater.
Right.
I mean, like I will go to Downtown Disney. Like, going to the park is still iffy depending on how they do it, but like inside an enclosed space for 2 hours, I'm not willing to do yet. So like, I don't think most of this country is. Sure, there's people that are going to, but is that to be enough for a theatrical release when maybe I'd say 20% of the population who would go to that movie would go to it, and the other 80% of who would have gone do not go.
Right.
Like, where do you draw that line and say, like, we're not going to do an online release like we did with Riot and The Last Dragon and Mulan? As normally I'd probably see it twice in the theater, so there's my $30.
Right.
But I will not go see it in the theater once, so there's my $30 gone.
Yeah, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people like you that are, don't want to risk it going to the theater. And I'm hoping by that time I'll have gotten the vaccine. But regardless, I think that it's still going to take a while for us to vaccinate the United States. And there's going to be a lot of people who are still going to fear going to theater. So I think it would behoove Disney to just release it on Disney Plus as well.
Like, we already waited a year.
Yeah.
Let's just release it. Like, when Shang-Chi opens, maybe, because that'll be summer, and hopefully a lot more of the population, now that we have another vaccine out, a third vaccine, that might help.
Right.
So we'll see then, but I feel like May is still a little too close. If anything, I think it's too close for people to get comfortable going to a theater, because we've lived so long without it, and like there's like a weird, even when I'm out, like being around people is a weird feeling, and I'm not ready to and honestly, like, going to a theater would also have to be still very careful. Like, I don't want to sit next to anybody at all.
Right.
I don't want to sit in front of someone. I don't want to sit right directly behind someone. I need way more space. Like, I don't like just getting to my seat. If I had to sit in the middle and passing by people sitting down, I don't want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no amount of plexiglass is going to cover that part where I'm moving, like you're going through the aisle the seats and you have to step in front of people. Even that I don't want to do. That's too close.
Well, and I don't want to go to theater where it's like plexiglass all over the place, because that'll detract from the experience.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see, but I feel like they're just playing it close to the vest and just waiting it out before they make that decision.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Along the Marvel news, but this is at California Adventure. Avengers Campus in Disney California Adventure will open later this year. Now, it's interesting to me because they had been working on it and they were set to open, what was that, in July?
Yeah.
And I know that they've been working on it. How is it that it's going to take that additional time? I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
They halted construction for like 2-3 months on it. Right. And then when they went back, I'm sure there was different safety protocols. So it's not like a full-on, they were back full force construction. I'm sure like all the intricacies of going into testing and all these kind of things is also weird during this time. So I don't know. I can see it. Like we don't know what it's like to build out a whole land with a ride system and restaurant. And
don't I
during COVID. So
yeah. Well, all I know is I'm very excited about going. I want to go so badly.
Yeah.
And I want to get my own robo spider or whatever they call those things. Spider bots.
Yeah.
And I think I want a Black Panther one or an Ant-Man.
I got to see what they'll have exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see what it looks like and then decide.
I wonder if you can also customize your spider bot. Choose different things. If so, then I'm going to choose different Ant-Man and Black Panther things.
I want a Captain
like the droid depot? Yeah.
Widow.
And Panther. Dun, dun.
Well, at Guardians of the Galaxy, you can build like a gauntlet thing.
Yeah.
So like that.
I had one.
You did?
And then I broke it.
What the?
In the same night. You're not
supposed to go crime fighting with it.
I know. I got caught on something, and then the next thing I know, I hear. I'm like, oh man, I know what that is. So I was not happy.
No.
I need a new one. But I had a Captain America Spider-Man gauntlet.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll probably do one. But yeah, one thing I definitely want to get is a spider bot thing. Because it's kind of cool. Like I saw them in action and like you can fight with them.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a laser tag battle ish.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, in other attraction news, Remy's Ratatouille will open at Epcot on October 1st, 2021. They've already opened up the walkway there.
Yeah, I saw. Is this ride exists in France?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be in France.
It's the same. Yeah. Is it the same ride over there than is here?
At Disneyland Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same ride, basically.
Have you been on it?
I mean, I don't know. There might have been some differences. Yes, it's fun. Yeah. It's kind of like Transformers. If you've been on that.
Yeah. With you.
Yeah. True. my memory. I'm old.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorite Pixar movies, so I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it because it really does make you feel like you're the size of a mouse,
Remy.
running around the kitchen and all that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really fun.
That's cool. One of these, I don't know when, but that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and final thing from the call was that the Disney Cruise Line's newest cruise ship, the Disney Wish, will be sailing in summer of 2022. And, most of the cruise line has been halted, I think, until then. So that stands to reason that they would have it sail at that time.
I wonder how they're going to do that. Because, I feel like the cruise ships are the ones synonymous with being the first.
Yeah.
Right? Like that one cruise ship back a year ago where they're like, there's only 15 people on the board that have it. And they're fine as long as they're stay on the ship. We've beat it. So long ago.
I know.
So naive of us. But that's another thing. I guess the clientele on cruise ships tend to be mostly older. So hopefully they're all vaccinated. It's a ship full of vaccinated people. That's the only way I'd feel safe on one of the, because even that's even more crazy because I'm like, this is where it started.
Yeah.
So
people were
I remember so the last time we were at Disney D23. Is this the thing they announced? The ship that they announced?
Yeah, I think this was the one that they announced.
Do you remember what their? Because each ship has a unique feature.
Right. And I can't remember
what's it. I don't know what it's called, but on the back.
Yeah, the front.
Oh, the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what this one was. But
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember either.
You ever been on one of these ships?
No, that's one of my bucket list things is to do a cruise someday.
Yeah.
Because it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And it would cater to me with the characters and
right.
and all that jazz.
If I ever went, it would definitely that. I want to see their 2 islands. Well, I don't know if they go to both, but the one they have, they whatever
Castaway Cay.
Yeah, and then the new one they announced. I think most of them were at D23. That's more catered to exploring the cultures and stuff, whereas the other one's more beach. You can just lay there and whatever and relax. I'm more the person who wants to see things and experience things.
Me too.
So, that other island when they announced it, they announced it, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to go go through and look at different cuisines, culture, arts and crafts, those kind of things.
Totally.
I'm like, I could just go down the street if I want to go to the beach.
Yeah. Well, I know you and I are the same, where it's we need to keep moving.
Yeah. It's I appreciate the beach. I do.
Yeah.
If I'm there for a little bit, cool. But then I can't spend a day there going I need to look at something. When I'm in Hawaii, I have way more fun doing those excursion thingies, going to the Dole Plantation, seeing the sea turtles, going to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Even just visiting Waikiki Beach is fine, but I wouldn't spend the day there. Walk the shops, walk a little bit, see more things. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I just want to. Because the last time I was on a cruise was back in the 80s in a small room with my parents and my sister.
Right.
I've seen what some of the rooms look like. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to try that kind of stuff. So,
I know. It really is on my bucket list of things to do.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
So
we will do it. Yeah. Okay, so now we are out of the investor call and on to other news. Raya and the Last Dragon debuted at $8 million, which was respectable, but somehow was less than what Tom and Jerry made, which is, I don't know what that says.
Okay.
I know.
I don't know. Like I don't know how they determine all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I know more people who saw Raya and the Last Dragon than Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I know. I don't know anybody that.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anyone who watched Tom and Jerry really. I've asked, I'm like, did you watch Tom and Jerry? Is it any good? I was like, no one said anything because like
I know. I mean, I'm planning to watch it, but I'm not.
So I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Right.
Like, how is Tom and Jerry? I don't even know where Tom and Jerry is. Is it playing in theaters?
It's in theaters and then on HBO Max.
Oh. So
they did a double release.
Right.
I don't know. All I know is that it doesn't. It doesn't look good, but and somehow they got Chloe Grace Moretz to star in this film, the Tom and Jerry film. So that's a pretty high caliber actor. They got in. So yeah, I'll have to see it. Hopefully, she elevates the film. I mean, I liked Tom and Jerry when I was younger, but
right,
yeah, it's like.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I mean, like it's such a weird time to judge something in two very different ways of going about things. Like Raya and the Last Dragon was out in theaters, but from what I've read also, like a lot of theaters weren't showing it because Disney has stricter policies on things. So like I'm curious to see, because I know one theater chain refused to show it. So
yeah, Cinemark,
right? So I don't know how much that affected things. The fact that HBO Max you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like a premiere. So how that affected things, whereas you had to go to the theater and also pay for it online if you were on Disney Plus.
Right.
If that detracted people.
That's what I want to know is like how many people in this day and age, yes, theater box office is important, but at the same time, things are being co-released with a streaming service. And how much did Raya make on Disney Plus? Because I know of a lot of people who watched it.
Yeah, my feed was full of people who were like watching Raya.
Yeah,
cool. I mean, granted, also, I mean, there is the skewing factor is that one, I'm Asian, so I have a lot of Asian people on my feed, like family and stuff.
Right.
So they watched it, but I know a lot of my non-Asian friends that also watched it, and again, maybe one person might have seen Tom and Jerry, but I don't remember anyone going like, must go see Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my kids love Tom and Jerry. Or like, my daughter's excited because she looks like a mouse. Like, no, it's
right.
And as much as Chloe Grace Moretz is a good actor, I don't think she's a box office draw. Like, oh, must see the new Chloe Grace Moretz movie.
Yeah. I mean, she's probably not, but I mean, she is a pretty high caliber actor.
Right, but it's not like like you don't. I don't think a lot of people go to see the new Moretz movie, where it's like, I'm going to see the new Christian Slater movie back in the 80s or 90s or whatever. Or new Tom Cruise movie, new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So, I don't know. I don't trust any box office kind of things during this year and whatever until theaters fully open. Nothing makes sense to anything. Like, so.
Did you watch Riot?
Yeah, I watched Riot.
Okay, because I just realized that we never talked about it. What did you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's beautiful. Two, I really like the music. I like the story. Yes, again, I'm Asian, so I have a little bit of that kind of like Asian pride thing. But at the same time, in a time where there's a lot of Asian violence as Asians, right? It's nice to have something that celebrates the culture.
Yes.
And this really does celebrate the culture more than like Mulan did or anything else, because usually those are focused on like the bigger Asian countries like China, Japan, Korea, whereas you rarely see the other Asian countries kind of celebrated. And this movie, like, with a whole, it's a story about unification and coming together against differences and whatever, and like not one fictional region is represented specifically by a culture. They're all a mix of different cultures that form this fantasy land, but you can tell, especially you know about the different cultures, you can tell where they picked this from there and this from that and made its own thing, but it's still very Southeast Asian, right? Because Riot herself is a mix of different cultures. So that's what I liked about it. So you couldn't say, oh, this nation in that movie was the bad guys, which means in real life that nation is bad guys, right? It didn't do that whole thing. So there was no like portrayal of any specific real country as the evil one. And that's what I liked, how they were able to make this story with a protagonist and an antagonist and not have it be like this country versus this country. They're all like within the same kind of culture, like broader culture. Just showing that like differences between that can come together. I think is something that the world needs to know. And again, just to point out Asian cultures in a positive light.
I absolutely agree with you on all your points.
And that's my mini review.
That's what?
That's my mini review.
Well, good review, sir. I mean, I don't have much more to say about it that you haven't said already. I'm just, happy to have even our culture represented in some way with the Eskrima sticks. Eskrima? Eskrima?
Yeah.
Okay, Eskrima sticks and things like that. This is a beautiful film. I love Tuk Tuk.
Of course.
I want one. Like a real one, not a toy one.
Excuse me, where can I get a 5-foot pill bug furry dog thing
that you can ride? That would be fantastic.
Nature's unicycle.
Yeah. But yeah, I just watched it again today, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it again this weekend.
Yeah. So. I think tonight I'm going to watch Soul again for the second time.
There you go.
So, anyway. All right. Well, moving on. There is a rumor that Aragon will be rebooted for Disney Plus. What do you think about that?
So a couple of years ago, and why I say a couple, like over a decade ago, when I first moved to California, I worked at a Barnes and Noble. And those books were like at the height of their popularity because like people kept asking for them. But I never read them, and I still haven't read them. And then the movie came out, and I remember like I had friends that really loved those books, and they're like, "You're gonna love it because they know me and whatever." And then we went to go see it, and then I remember leaving the theater with them, and they're like, "That's not how the books are." They were like almost apologetic, like that's not how the books are. I'm like, "That's not." So, I mean, I guess it also audiences picked up on that because there was never ever a sequel, even though it's a series of books that would have lent to sequels.
Yeah,
kind of like the way when the Golden Compass came out, it's a very popular set of books, but then the movie itself didn't really do much, and so there's never a sequel. And now they did it again on HBO, which I need to watch because
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm waiting for it to go another season before I start watching, just in case. But like my friends kept insisting that I would love this book. Because I saw the movie first, I was so turned off by it that I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. So I mean, like, no, even though in the back of my mind, like they insisted and I trust them, so it's not like I didn't believe them that this was not like the book at all. So I'm now curious to see if they are doing this. One, if they're going to do it as a series, kind of like they did with his Dark Materials, the Golden Compass series, to be able to tell a book story like this.
Yeah.
And then
it didn't say whether it was a series or movie.
Yeah. So I feel like if it's Disney Plus, then they're kind of like behind it. I feel like they'll probably take more care in it, and so I'll probably give it a shot anyway. But I'm curious to see if I watch this version, if it comes out, if I like it, then I'll probably go and read the books.
Right.
But yeah, because that first one, I mean, have you seen the first one?
No. I've heard of it, and I know that it was popular.
Well, this is what I'll say about that movie. If you've seen Star Wars: A New Hope, add a dragon in there, you saw Aragon, the movie. I mean, literally beat by beat, it's Star Wars: A New Hope.
Really? Now I'm kind of curious to see.
It's about a kid who is part of this ancient line of warriors, but he doesn't know it. He meets an old dude. The old dude takes him and says, "You must become this ancient line of warrior." Meets a smuggler guy at a cantina.
A princess.
They go pursuing a princess in this big fortress. There's literally an air battle around it with dragons and stuff. I don't think it blew up, but I don't remember that much. But
it blew up if you.
I was literally watching it, going like, and when is there's Han Solo, and then when are they going to meet Darth? Oh, there's Darth Vader. And then I was like, oh my god! And then like my friends were like, that's not how it is. I'm like, are you sure? And
that's
so
funny.
That's why I like. That's what I wanted to read them, because when I worked at the bookstore, I was curious, because I'm like, the same way I came upon Harry Potter. It wasn't because like, oh, it must be Harry Potter. It's like I was so curious about why people were like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I resisted because I'm like, it was a kid's book, and back then I was still kind of like, I'm an adult. I don't want to read kids' books.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, whatever. But then I was babysitting for my boss, and I took their kids to see the first Harry Potter. And I was like, is this really what the books are like? And then I read the books. So if Aragon worked, I would have read the books, but it did not. So I did not read the books. So maybe this will make me read the books.
Yeah.
A lot of people liked it because it was super popular back when I was working at the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, well, we'll see once it comes out. I know I'll watch it. Maybe I'll try to watch the original movie before this comes out. I wonder if that's on Disney Plus. I'll have to find out.
I don't know what studio made that movie. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a Disney movie.
But was it 20th Century Fox?
Oh.
If so, then it is a Disney movie now.
Now I'm curious. What studio made this movie?
Yeah. Take a look.
2006.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I know. I'm like, wow.
I know people just said that's a long time ago. 2006. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It is.
Oh my God, who did this movie? Why is no one? Go on. I'll find it.
Okay. Okay. So the next story, Pinocchio, has a lot of casting news. It's hired Cynthia Erivo as a Blue Fairy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Lampwick, and Keegan-Michael Key as Honest John. And I think that that's excellent casting for all three of those.
I agree.
What?
I agree. I'm actually curious to see. Like, the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm always like that. It's like me and you in Pixar movies. Like, I feel like Pixar movies, you're like, I don't know. And then you end up loving it. I think I'm like that with some other movies where I'm like,
Right.
But then I'm like, all right, that works. So Aragon is a Fox 2000 Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So is that now Disney?
Yeah. Fox 2000.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to see you later if it's on Disney Plus.
Maybe, but I mean, I am warning you.
I know. Yeah.
Well, then again, maybe because I've said this, your hopes, your bar is low.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Kind of like when I watched what's that? That John something goes to Mars or
John Carter.
John Carter. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I genuinely think that's a good movie. I think
I didn't watch it until after all the hoopla about how bad it was.
Right.
Then I watched it. I'm like, this sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that for some reason the marketing sucked.
Oh, it was. They didn't know how to market it.
Yeah.
Because I watched it going like, this is what this movie is? I had no
idea.
All
they had to do was say, from a book that inspired Star Wars.
If that was a byline, you have, because like at that point, well, when did that come out?
I can't remember.
Was that before or after the prequels? Probably after, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think it. Yeah, actually, it was several years after the prequels.
So I don't know. Like, if I knew that, then I probably would have been like, oh, okay. I mean, that's the reason why I saw The Hidden Fortress when I was younger. Like, this inspired Star Wars?
Right.
And then I'm like, this totally did inspire Star Wars. Those two guys are R2D2 and C3PO.
Yeah. Anyway, well, do you have anything to say about the Cynthia Erivo, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and
I'm more familiar with
Keegan-Michael Key
and Keegan-Michael Key. I've spoken to Joseph Gordon-Levitt before.
You've spoken to him?
Yeah, I was. He does this thing called Hit Record, and then he had like an open kind of like not a casting call, but like, hey, I'm going to be filming something over here, and sign up, and then the first people who sign up get to go, and I went.
Nice.
And it was like and then he did this part where like you would fill in these cards they'd ask you a question and fill in your answer. And then he did the segment where, because he filmed it all, and he did the segment where he was interviewing some of the people who answered the cards, and it was like, what kind of games do you play as a kid? And so I wrote down on my card, like, me and my cousins used to play shoe fling. And then he called up 3 people, and I was one of them. So he asked me about what that, because he goes, I need to know what is shoe fling. So, he's got a camera on. He had his own little camera. He started filming. He interviewed me. I was wearing a Batman shirt, so it was like a shirt. This is right off of Dark Knight. Yeah, off of the Dark Knight Returns.
Nice.
And so I told him. It's for those of you, shoe fling is a stupid game me and my cousins played when I was small, where we literally like loosen up our shoes and see how far we can kick our shoes off. So there you go.
So, yeah.
But yes. But I'm not familiar with Cynthia
Erivo. She was in Harriet, the movie about Harriet Tubman.
Right. Okay.
And she was excellent in that. But I can also see her as an elegant woman as a blue fairy. So I think cool. She'll do a fine job.
Nice.
All right, so Lee Daniels' The Wonder Years reboot at ABC finds its first star in Tony Award-winning actress Sion Sengbo, who's a Tony Award-winning actress. I said that. And she's going to star as the mother. So I don't know what shows she's been in, but must be good.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I looked more into like what the show is. It's still set in the 60s, right?
Oh, really?
But so Lee Daniels is a African American writer, but he comes from the world of sitcoms, like working on a bunch of sitcoms. And so
I didn't know that.
He's the one who wrote this, and it's basically the telling of like a Black family growing up in the 60s in Alabama.
Wow.
So same era, just different set of circumstances. And Fred Savage is actually involved in it. So
really?
I think he's producing or directing, one of the two. I can't remember.
Nice.
So it's cool that he's also involved. But yeah, it's like Lee Daniels comes from sitcom comedy. So television, he comes from television, basically.
And dramas. He does dramas.
Yeah. Like he did what did he do? I had
Empire.
Did he do the Butler?
The Butler, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah. All right. Disney is going to close 20% of its retail stores, revamping Shop Disney online experience, thank God, increasing production of adult apparel and premium home products. I'm all for that. As long as they revamp the Shop Disney experience, I will be fine with it, because sometimes shopping on Shop Disney is a nightmare.
Well, yeah. Disney is like whole web empire is not the greatest. But yeah, there's definitely,
and things always sell out. I'm like, darn it.
Like, I'm not a big, I mean, I don't know how they do their lottery system, but like, it's just as hard to get things, because like the problem with online kind of things like that is that the scalpers and resellers get it faster than anyone else, and so you'll always see those things on eBay just as soon as they open up those things. So it's like, it's an unfair system that favors resellers. Like, I spent a whole year since last year dealing with the Minnie Mouse attraction plushes, which, the first 2 months when it was open, the parks were open, they were everywhere in the parks. Like, they couldn't get rid of them. So I figured, yay. And then all of a sudden went online because of the pandemic, and I could not find them easy. Like, it took a long time to track those down.
That's crazy.
But what's weird about that is, like, the way I got most of them is like they would go back up on sale on Shop Disney. So I'm like, are they just making more, or they just have surplus and they just decided to like not sell them all at once or something? Which I'm just like, dude. And like, sometimes it's like this weird thing where it would pop up at weird times of the day. So you always had to be checking for things. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have the time for that.
No, I do not.
So, I just, I get so frustrated, and I want them to figure out a way to stop sending me the same item whenever I have a mystery thing, like wishables or these keys that I got all Lady in the Tramp, and I know what they're doing. Whoever this picker was there was a box of Lady in the Tramp, and they just took out all the keys from Lady in the Tramp, because there's no way that was randomized. I mean, I can understand getting 2 or 3 of the same key, but to get all 5 keys, something screwed there. So it's awful, though, that 20% of the stores are closing just because, again, it's more cast members that are being displaced. And, I hope that they can help them find jobs within Disney.
But I mean, it's harder for that to happen unless you're by Disney.
Yeah.
So
true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but also I feel like it's a sign of the times. We lost Toys R Us. We're losing this store.
Yeah.
I feel like the brick and mortar kind of retail system is super hard.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Especially nowadays with Amazon and all that.
Yeah. I mean, like,
and with COVID.
Yeah. I mean, like, Disney doubly, because it's competing with itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's got its Disney store, but then it got Disney Shop Disney is also selling stuff. So it's like, if I can go to Shop Disney, I'll get it there or whatever. Unless, I don't know. I feel like it's a sad time for brick and mortar stores. So.
I want Shop Disney to also have more park stuff. Like, they don't have a lot of park stuff. They have some, but it's not stuff I'm looking. I'm looking for other things, and I'm like,
but I mean, at the same time, I understand like they want to keep the park stuff.
Right.
Because that's part of also the experience of going to the park is getting stuff you can only get at the park. So
I know, but I still want to go through a personal shopper. All right. So moving on, Stargirl, the sequel, is titled Hollywood Stargirl and starts filming this May. So apparently she's moved to Hollywood. And it's interesting because, did you see Stargirl?
Nope.
So, I don't want to spoil the ending.
I mean, at this point, well, I mean, for our viewers, maybe not. I wouldn't say like for me, like I probably won't at this point.
Right.
That's just me.
All right. Well, okay. So viewers, stop watching until I raise my hand. If you have not seen Stargirl and plan to watch it though, and don't want the ending spoiled. So 3, 2, 1, spoilers. At the end of the movie, she just up and disappears with her mom, and he thinks that she's become some kind of energy or something, like, because he felt like she was magical, and so it just kind of gave like a mystical ending. So this kind of changes that a little bit. So yeah.
So this story is the story of revenge. The boy grows up, realizes that she's not magical. She's living in Hollywood. And he's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to raise my hand because we've already said the spoilers.
Then she gets a magical staff from her father and becomes a superhero.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's just BC.
Yeah, exactly. Stargirl. All right, so there's been some Nimona casting revealed. For those of you who follow Blue Sky Studio, that was the film that they were working on, but Disney is planning to shut down Blue Sky. But I guess apparently they're still going to be working on Nimona. Like, they will actually complete this film. And or it says the film may still be released. So whatever they're doing, they're still working on it. Nimona is going to be voiced by Chloe Grace Moritz. Again, and this is the second time we've mentioned her today. And according to sources, he has already recorded about half of the lines for the film. In further casting news, Riz Ahmed would be voicing Blackheart, a male lead who is in a romantic relationship with Sir Ambrosius Goldenloin.
That's the most awesome name ever.
I know.
Ambrosius.
Yeah, Ambrosius Goldenloin. That's going to be my pen name. I really hope that they release this movie. It looks looks cool. The style.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know how to describe the style. I mean, it's definitely not. It's not something. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's something Disney would ever do, but it's not. It doesn't look like a Disney movie. It doesn't look like a Pixar movie. It doesn't look like anything.
No, that's why I want to see it.
Yeah, that's one of the sad parts of Blue Sky closing is that they could have been the ones to do more films like experimental looks and whatnot. So, hopefully, I mean, like, I hope that Disney, even if it's not through Blue Sky, like, does more stuff like this. And like maybe they are, with their like, if you look at Disney Plus and all that kind of shorts that they're releasing,
that's what
they're not typically Disney like, and even like Star Wars with their Visions show, where they're going like they're utilizing anime creators to make stories. So I would love to get more stuff from Marvel, the same way that Into the Spider-Verse was so different.
Yes.
So, that was my hopes for Blue Sky. That they can be the experimental studio for Disney. But who knows? Like, there's a lot of talent there, so I hope they're using them somehow. I would have been something more like a rebrand, like just absorb them into the Disney animation kind of umbrella. And this, I mean, if they call them Disney Blue Sky or whatever,
right?
It's Disney Spark.
There you go.
Instead of Spark Shorts.
Spark. I'm just excited about this film, and I really do hope that they will release it. All right, so Reginald VelJohnson is going to be reprising his role in the upcoming Turner and Hooch series. So I wonder if we'll ever see Tom Hanks in it.
So this is not a reboot then?
I don't know. Well, no, it's just reprising his role.
Or is it the same role? He just played the same character in a reboot.
In a reboot, maybe that's it.
So
it can't be the same dog.
No.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, no, cannot. It'd be interesting if it is like, it's just the same character, but in a different kind of like oh my god, what was the actor name? The guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson in the Andrew Garfield? No, in the Sam Raimi.
J.K. Simmons?
Yeah. Who's playing him again in what's it called? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Far From Home. Like, it's the same character.
Right.
Different universe.
Yeah. Could be.
Right.
Maybe they said it worked so well in Spider-Man.
So I haven't seen Reginald VelJohnson in a long time, so I don't know.
I know.
But I feel like he probably looks the same.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That was cool. I haven't seen him for a while.
Right.
I used to love him. Mr. Winslow.
Yeah. Mr. Winslow. All right. A new Riot-themed mural is up at Downtown Disney at the Disneyland Resort, and was created by Imagineer Zhao King Chen.
I think so. I think
that looks about right. It's gorgeous, this mural, and it's kind of cool that they're using that space for different murals. Although I'm bummed I missed Chadwick
You missed
Boseman.
the Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
Yeah, part of me was like, oh, they took it down, and then I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah,
because now it's one. Now I realize that it's the piece, and then it's kind of this place there. I used to think it was actually painted on the building.
Yeah,
but it's not. So
yeah, they were able to remove it. I mean, I'm hoping that they put it
somewhere
else.
Put it in Avengers campus.
In Avengers campus, yeah.
Right. Or
that would actually be awesome.
Or that area by Captain Marvel. And
yeah.
Where
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Monsters Inc. ride is. Like that
right.
area for photo op stuff.
Yeah.
It's movable. It's obviously movable. So
yeah.
You can put it. I hope it lives somewhere that's accessible. So
me too. Because I really want to see that up close.
Yeah. So
but go ahead.
I was just like, it's cool that they can do this though, I think. Like especially again, being Asian, another kind of like celebration of Asian culture.
Yeah.
And it's not like a movie poster at all. It's like a artist.
No, it's so real. Yeah. I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah. So
I want a print of it.
I don't know.
I wonder if they would sell it at Wonderground.
I don't know.
Yeah. You have to be my eyes and ears.
I may go tomorrow, actually.
Oh, there you go.
I want to go one last time before they open. Or they close Buena Vista Street for the ticket event.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to get some Raya stuff for our niece.
Right.
Shirt.
Little tuck things.
See, I can't get her a plushie because it's hit or miss with her. She's afraid of some things.
Oh,
at the
really?
same time, she's not. So it's
okay.
Like she's afraid of Stitch.
But she wasn't afraid of the Loth Cat.
Not afraid of the Loth Cat.
Yeah.
Loves Minnie Mouse. Is afraid of Baby Yoda. So I don't know what it is.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm done. Unless she knows the character, like Bluey or Goofy, character she knows from a TV show or something, Vampirina, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I know I'm safe. If it's something she doesn't know what it is,
right,
then maybe not. That's why I asked my sister if she was like sat or like watched Raya when they watched it. And then she's like, it was on, but it doesn't really have singing in it, so she's not as
invested
yet. Like give her another year or so probably.
Yeah.
But because I'm like, I want to get her a shirt, and then I want to get her a sword. My sister is like, maybe not. So
he just starts like batting people around with the sword.
Then she's like, so they have my sister has a dog. She goes,
yeah.
She tortures Wrigley enough as it is. So
I know. I was going to say,
let's not give her anything else to do. So I'm like, all right.
Right. So, maybe you can get her the hat.
They have an outfit, but she's definitely too small for it. But if they just had the hat, I'd totally get the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that would be really cool. I'm surprised that they don't sell it separately.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what they have in the park. Yeah, sometimes they have different stuff, but yeah. So I want to do that and see if anything new at the Star Wars trading post.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what I want to eat there before. Yeah, I'll do something. So
yeah.
One last time before April 19th.
All right. Well, let me know if you go. I might ask you to pick up something.
Right.
All right. So the last piece of news we have is that D23 is having a special online event to celebrate the various Disney park milestones. And it will be starting with Disney California Adventure. The online event will feature special speakers from Imagineering, giving us the inside story of everything from Wonder Vista Street, Cars Land, to Pixar Pier, and even Avengers Campus. The event is free for gold members and for $10 for non-gold members. And it premieres March 10th via live stream, but you can watch it anytime before March 26th. So by the time that you're watching this, it will probably have already aired live, but you can still watch it.
Yeah.
On the 26th.
And D23 is free to register. So, but if you want to become a gold member, it's a yearly fee. I think last time I remember it was like $100 or something like that.
Yeah, it's about $100.
Yeah. What's the cool part is like now it's open to register for free. You used to actually have to pay for, I think it was like silver was or something. There were tiers. There were different tiers. But now it's like gold or free. So
yeah, they should have different tiers. I mean, especially since they don't, for charter members, they do very little for us. And I just feel like there should be different kinds of perks for levels and things like that. Would make it more fun.
Yeah, I remember the differences between the tiers last time. But I mean, like it became something like the lower tiers, you get the membership and whatever came with it, and you didn't if you didn't need like all the material extras like whatever pin set or whatever, you just have membership. It was fine.
Yeah.
And it did get you something. Like I remember a couple things when I was a paid member that you had access to. But like kind of what you're saying, like after a while I felt like that wasn't enough.
They used to do so many.
I think it was like that year when I did it was like there wasn't a lot, and then that's why I didn't renew. But like because when you were like a member before, I saw everything you did and has access to and stuff. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then for a reason when I joined, they're like,
I know, because in its first year, it did so many things, and you didn't have to pay for these events; they were free, and I don't know why they made these paid events, and when they used to be free and they used to be really awesome, like when Princess and the Frog came out, they had this whole area where they had all the princesses in their own separate meet and greet areas, and a store, and place where you could get face painting, I think, or something, or coloring. And I mean, it was awesome. And I miss those days.
Yeah. I mean, even like vacation members, I feel like could get like I would like it if like vacation club members had this a slightly higher discount.
Yeah.
Considering the amount of money we put in.
Right.
The system. But
yeah, even if it's a 20% discount.
Yeah, like that's a little bit above like a normal AP discount. I would like it would be cool. Like it would make the different like D23 gold members versus Disney Vacation Club members versus annual pass holders. Because in the long run, like we still pay a lot for our membership into the vacation club. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like like have different things available for like have like all of them have some kind of discount of some kind of whatever. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, I feel like our investment is way more, especially when we did it. I think it's a little easier now to do it. Mm-hmm. I think now it's a little bit. I think when we did it was a little bit harder because for us, I can't remember how many years ago it was. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know how long it was for us. We've been in it for 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think they're celebrating the 15th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
But, I feel like they can do it with a revamp of their various, I don't know what you'd call those, like clubs or special, not guests, but special memberships,
right?
So especially with the AP ending, shoot the vacation club and gold members a bone here.
I totally agree with you. But anyway, I think this sounds like a good event, though, and so
I mean, like this is definitely up my alley. I mean, like I enjoyed the Imagineering series.
Mm-hmm.
So even just I know it's probably just a bunch of people talking, but whatever. I'm sure they'll show some things, but like there's a lot of like the list of people who are talking is pretty extensive. So I hope it's not just like 5-minute snippets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want like a decent chunk of each guest talking about whatever project they're working on. Like especially like it's at Avengers Campus, but like it's Avengers Campus, it's the web whatever ride, the Spider-Man ride.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be talking about and things like that. So hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yarp.
All right. Well, we have come to the end of our program. Leave us a comment below. Let us know what your favorite story was, or if you disagreed with us somewhere. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to share our posts with your family and friends. Get the word out there that we're here, and we just want to get content out to you. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. You can reach us at podcasts@castlecapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, both good or bad. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach me personally on Twitter @LowJav and on Instagram @Loren Javier. Where can they reach you, Rich?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter @R2Romasanto.
All right. Well, the opinions expressed on today's vlogcast are solely our own and do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we will see you later. Bye.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.